Historical Tahlequah. We're now going to hear from Senator Herb Rozelle, who was also principal of our high school at one time and is a Welling boy, and he's going to talk about schools.
Thank you, Beth. As I was wanting to say that my dad and Dr. Travis started a contract. In fact, through the first years of my early childhood, all the buses that they ran in this area was under contract. The school didn't own any school buses. The individuals owned them. They paid them on a monthly program. But the first one my dad built out of 2x4s and covered it with some kind of metal with 2x8s down each side of it and double 2x8s in the middle, and that was the seats in that bus.
On a truck base or?
On a truck. It was a 2.5-ton truck. And the heater, I can remember in the bus, they took the exhaust pipe and took a metal pipe and ran up under the center seat, ran to the back of that middle seat and out, and that was the only heat that was in that bus. Anyway, they told me that that was the first bus that was ever used in the state of Oklahoma to haul students to school, which I have no proof, I just told that. But when I came in the 40s to high school here in Tahlequah, I started at Central, and at that time there were 3 schools. Bagley was on the northeastern campus, and it was there for a teacher training. They had kids there, and that's where all the students went to get their intern teaching. Down where the superintendent's office is now on Water and Muskogee was the African American school that was there. And then Central, which is up on the hill, it also housed the superintendent, who was housed in the 2nd floor in a little office right across from the old auditorium in it. And Jack Kaufman was the principal.
That building was built in 1923, opened in 1923.
I'm not sure. I'll take your word for it. I really don't know. But then I went there in 1960 and started teaching as a driver education teacher. I took Guy Lookaball's place, who was here. And about 1965, they decided they had to move out of the old high school, and they built what is now the first phase of the new high school over there where it is. So I think we moved in '65, and they moved us over there with just a corridor of classrooms. There was not a cafeteria. There was not a gymnasium. It was just classrooms, and the board closed the campus. So it became my job as driver ed teacher. Sometime in the morning, they'd take orders from students who wanted hamburgers, and they gave me a 303 wash tub that I hauled to a little place down here called Bikes on South Muskogee. Give them the order, and I'd go on and teach the driver education. And when I came back with my 11 o'clock class, about 10 to 12, I'd stop and pick up a tub full of hamburgers, and I'd take it back up school and set it in front of the principal's office, and they took it from there. He had some way of knowing who had ordered a hamburger. I don't know what they did, but that's the way those students were fed.
Oh, mercy.
The back of my, hauled out those hamburgers in the back of the car. But anyway, when I came, the school at Bagley and Central, I think at first they were separate teams. They actually played each other.
They were.
Then in somewhere around 49 or 50, somewhere in there, they combined. I can't remember.
It was a little later than that. I don't have that exact date in my mind, but it's a little later than that.
It was in the early 50s that they abandoned and gave the Northeastern, kept that and made Bagley building made classrooms out of it and offices and what have you. But there's several things I could say about school, but that's the history of what I know about school, because I graduated from there in 1950.
Senator Rozelle, spoke of Mr. Travis. That was Vaughn Travis, who
Vaughn
was later
Travis.
at the NSU campus.
Right.
Well, I think it's interesting to know that that campus that you're talking about, the central campus, which is still there, was opened in 1867 by the American Baptists as a boarding school for Cherokee children.
Okay.
And that building that you're talking about, where O.W. Jones had his office as superintendent, was opened in 1923, and it replaced a brick building that they had put up in that same spot. So that's been the site of education for a very, very long time in Tahlequah.
Right.
Well, Senator Roselle, do you remember about the new school down in the valley to the west that you were talking about, where you had to take hamburgers in a tub? Do you remember when that would flood, when that was first? Tell us a little bit about that. I think that's hilarious. Well, maybe it wasn't then, but it's...
There was, what I remember about that, they built it, they just leveled off a spot and built it, and they didn't fix the drainage around the back of it, and once in a while, when it did come a big rain, the ground sloped toward the school from the west and north side, well, west side mostly, and water would run through the door coming into the school.
Well, gentlemen, I tell you, this has been such fun to hear just a little bit about early days of Tahlequah in the 30s and 40s, and we really appreciate Mayor Purdy and Councilman Morris Turney and Senator Roselle appearing on Historical Tahlequah. It's a pleasure to have you as guests on this show.
Thanks for inviting me.